Good morning, it's Karen from Simply Living for Him. I am here to do my daily encouragement video. I am in the middle of all these shadows, but it's a beautiful, glorious, sunny day. We have returned from our Simply Living for Him retreat, which is why I haven't done these devotionals in a little bit of time, but we are back, hopefully. And I'm also podcasting about the amazing experience we had at our retreat this week. So if you are interested in our retreat and you couldn't make it, you can still purchase a virtual ticket so you can watch all of the sessions, all the main sessions from the retreat, and that link is here in the video description. So I want to do this devotional on one of the things that we learned at our retreat this week or this past week, and that was our verse for the whole event was Luke 10:42. So in that passage of Luke 10:38 to 42, we have just 4 verses that tell us the story of Mary and Martha. And so we dug into these ladies' lives. There are 2 other places in the Bible, John 11 and John 12, where you can find out about these ladies. So I would encourage you to do that. I would encourage you to get the virtual ticket if you want to learn more about them. But this wasn't just your typical Mary and Martha. One is busy and one is not at all. There was a lot more that we learned. One of the most important things that I wanted to dig into over that time was verse 42, where Jesus tells Martha that Mary chose the good, that she chose, it depends on your translation, but it says she chose the good portion, she chose the better part. And what does that mean? And why did Jesus say that Mary sitting at his feet was the good part? And he says it's necessary, it cannot be taken away from her. So all the things that Martha was doing could be taken away. Martha was very focused on the outward things, the serving, which needed to be done. Now, again, I can't get into all the teaching from this weekend in this one little video. I just want to hone in on one little part of that verse. But Mary was found sitting at Jesus's feet, listening to him, which was a very radical thing at that time. A woman would not sit at the feet of a man and listen. She would be serving, as Martha was. And here he says she chose the good part. And so one of the things that I wanted to point out from that verse that we saw a lot over this time away was that the victory is won at the feet of Jesus. And the battle is won actually by surrender. So sitting at Jesus's feet is an act of submission. It's an act of showing that Mary knew her place, that she was a servant, and she was serving her master, who is Jesus. And in our countercultural world, we think that doesn't even make sense. Like, how is a battle won by surrender? How is it, how do we find freedom in servanthood? But I will tell you, there is freedom in servanthood because we are not serving a master under compulsion. We are serving a master who takes care of us, a master who wants only good for us, a master who promises eternity with him one day. And so the freedom is found in actually giving up control. The freedom is found in stop trying to do everything like Martha did and to just sit and submit and surrender. So oftentimes people think of Mary and Martha as one is quiet, one is, just sitting still, and one is doing, but it is about so much more than just sitting still. It is an act of surrender and submission, and that is where actually the battle is won. The battle is won in surrender. The freedom is found at Jesus's feet. The freedom is found actually in being a servant. And so again, sounds countercultural, but that's what being a Christian is all about, right? It is not about us being in control. It is about God being in control of our lives. And when we sit at Jesus's feet and we listen to what he has to say, and we have that posture of humility that shows, I am not God. I am not in control. You are. That's where it all begins. And that's where the true freedom in our lives can come from, so that no matter what happens around us, no matter what the circumstances are, we know that God is in control and we can live with such freedom that way. So I would love for you to go check out the virtual ticket so you can learn all about these amazing women, about the amazing lessons that we learned at the retreat. I will probably share a little bit more of snippets here and there on social media or on the devotionals, and definitely on the podcast this week. So you'll want to go check it out because I'm going to share all about just what God did when he brings his sisters in Christ together, getting rid of all the distractions of this world, just bringing them together to focus on him. It was truly amazing. So I hope this encouraged you. I hope it encourages you today to find freedom in the surrender, to find freedom at Jesus's feet. And until the next time, I wish you all the blessings and joy in Jesus today.